Part 2, The Search. And the horrifying discovery. Years passed. Then more years. Still, there was no sign of Sir John Franklin, or the 129 men who had sailed into the Arctic with such confidence. What was supposed to be a journey of glory had become one of history's greatest mysteries. Back in Britain, families refused to give up hope. Many believed the ships were trapped in ice, waiting for rescue. Others feared something far worse. The pressure on the British government grew stronger every year. Finally, they launched one rescue mission after another. Dozens of ships entered the Arctic. Experienced sailors, military officers, even volunteer explorers risked their own lives, hoping to find a single clue. But the Arctic guarded its secrets well. Massive walls of ice blocked their path. Powerful storms destroyed equipment. Thick fog made navigation almost impossible. Many rescue teams barely escaped with their own lives. Years turned into decades. The Franklin expedition seemed to have vanished without leaving a trace. Then, everything changed. In the 1850s, search teams began speaking with local Inuit hunters. The Inuit told strange stories. They had seen white men, weak, hungry, and desperately pulling heavy boats across the frozen land. Some could barely walk. Others collapsed into the snow. At first, many officials dismissed these stories. But the Inuit also carried something impossible to ignore: silver spoons, forks, buttons, and other personal belongings that clearly belonged to Franklin's crew. For the first time, there was proof. The expedition had not disappeared into thin air. Some of the men had survived long enough to abandon their ships. Soon after, another shocking discovery was made: a written note, hidden inside a stone cairn. It was one of the only official messages ever recovered from the expedition. The first part of the note, written in 1847, sounded hopeful. It said that everything was going well. The ships were wintering safely in the ice. The crew was healthy. There was no sign of disaster. But around the edge of the same paper, someone had added another message. Nearly a year later, everything had changed. The ships had remained trapped in ice. Sir John Franklin was dead, along with many officers and crew members. The survivors had made a desperate decision. They were abandoning both ships and attempting to walk hundreds of miles across one of the harshest environments on Earth. Imagine carrying heavy supplies, crossing endless ice, with almost no food, freezing temperatures, and no guarantee that rescue would ever come. It was a journey few people could survive. As more expeditions searched the region, they began finding scattered skeletons, old campsites, pieces of clothing, rusted tools, even small boats resting far from the sea. Every discovery raised more questions than answers. Why had the men carried so many unnecessary items? Why were valuable silver plates found beside starving explorers? What had forced disciplined Royal Navy sailors into such desperate choices? The deeper researchers looked, the darker the mystery became. Some scientists later examined bones recovered from the Arctic. Their findings suggested that many crew members suffered from severe illness, starvation, and possibly lead poisoning caused by the expedition's canned food and water systems. But even those discoveries could not explain everything. One question remained unanswered. If the men abandoned the ships, then where were the ships themselves? It would take more than 160 years before the frozen Arctic finally revealed the answer. If this mystery has amazed you so far, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who enjoys incredible true stories. In Part 3, we'll uncover the breathtaking discovery of the lost ships and reveal why the Franklin expedition still fascinates the world today.